I can because I am. This is a video I want to share with you guys about a new client. Actually, I've only seen him a couple times, and he's pretty new to law of assumption, manifesting, and he came to me after working, I guess, with a couple of other coaches, and he just said that he really resonating with the way that I'm describing things. And after working together, he decided to test, right, his power. And I want to share with you what happened. And he had not heard or seen or know anything about his SP. And one day, in less than a day, he manifested seeing her. So stick with me because you're going to like this video. I want to get into affirmations specifically because I think that it's just so overused. Even the word affirmation, even like on TikTok or social media, and coaches and YouTube and books written about, and all kinds of information that is out there about relying on the perfect affirmation. And I even think there's a new ad going around on this platform talking about with, I think they use, I don't even know if it's her, but they even use Oprah's name, voice. It sounds like her, it might be someone else, but they definitely use her picture, saying that why law of attraction and manifesting does not work for everyone, but that if you buy or use this person's 20 words affirmation, his script, that you will get success. And so that's just an example of a lot that is out there, and it can feel very overwhelming, and it feels like I've described before, like it's a vending machine that you just have to say the magic word or push the right button, and that you get what you want. And I want to go in behind the scenes of what affirmations even are, and why this slight shift in how you see affirmations and how you define them and what they really mean and what they imply will make a big difference for you. So stick with me and welcome. My name is Rose, and welcome to The Rosy Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you truly love and deserve and are already worthy of it. I was going to keep adding to this because it just feels so good. And so if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, you can go to rosylife.com and find out more information there. You can also join the Rosy Life course and community. I just found I didn't put my mic on, but I'm going to do it now. And so if you're interested in working one-on-one or going to the Rosy Life course and community, where I show up every week and answer your questions live, you can, all the information is down below. Okay, so let's get to it. So why I wanted to talk about this is because it was inspired from this new client, as I mentioned, and he's only seen me a couple of times, and we just kind of I just been kind of throwing everything up on its head, everything that he has thought he understood and learned, and he just really came from a place of frustration and like not really seeing any movement and not really sure if this works and how this ties into, what he knows about what God is through church and those kind of things, all kinds of questions, right? So it's not just SP, we've been talking about so many different things. But one of the things was his SP. So he had tried doing affirmations. He was told to script. He was told to affirm things for 10 minutes in a row. He was told to do so many things, and he just was efforting and trying so hard. And he just kind of came to me in a feeling like, what's the answer? Like, how do I make this happen, right? What's the key here? And so after talking to him, and I didn't address techniques, and I told him, I said, I just kept, reaffirming to him that it is within him, that he just has to slow down and stop looking at what he doesn't like and focus on what he does like. Well, one day he decided, and this was just recent this week, he decided, he woke up and he decided that he is going to see her. he is going to see her somehow, some way. He said, I don't know how, but somehow, some way he's going to see her. And he had not seen or heard from her, or doesn't know a single thing about her for over 6 months. And this is what he had decided. And so that's all he claimed. And he was at a gas station pumping gas. And when he closed his tank and he got in his car, he looked up and there she was. She was on the other side of the gas pumps, and he was blown away. And he could not believe what he was seeing. And the funny thing is too, is that the night before he was also out to dinner at a restaurant with with someone else. And he said, it would be really nice. He thought of another SP, and he thought of her, and he said, maybe I'll call her up when I'm finished here with I think it was with his daughter, and maybe I'll call her up and see if she'd like to meet me here, because he had fond memories of those two being at that restaurant before. And he decided, he was just going to go home and let it lie. Well, the next day, he gets a text from that same person he was going to call, and he hadn't heard from her in a couple months. He got a text from that same person and saying, I was thinking about you when I drove by this restaurant. And that is the restaurant he was sitting in, thinking about asking her to meet him there. So when I had a session with him yesterday, he was so happy. He felt empowered. He was feeling in his power. He was just what is happening? Am I really this powerful? And the answer is yes. We all are this powerful. And so he's just starting to get a glimpse of what he has the ability to do. In fact, that's what we're all doing. So, and I wanted to share this scripture with you, and I know you guys have heard it, but I think it's so important to define words. And I notice a lot of great authors, what they do is they take a word and then they look up their Hebrew or Greek root meaning to them, and then they describe and create chapters based off of the root meaning of a Hebrew or a Greek root of it, or even Latin root of it, and they'll create an entire speech or topic or lecture based off of the root meaning of a word. And the word could be something either in the scripture, like the Bible, looking at what these words really mean. They're not face value like a lot of people that have gone to church, and including myself, where I thought that it was what it said is what it meant. But no, it's actually, when you dig deeper into the meaning of words, you find what it really means. And that's how you begin to resonate, and things begin to click, right? Because you're just oh, it doesn't mean that, it's actually means this. So I started doing that too as I read different authors, and I'm they're continuously going further into the word study, and I love it, and it's amazing. But studying obviously is not what is the key to successfully having a life that you love. It's not the studying. I don't want you guys to think that you have to do what I do or what other teachers do, because studying the law, studying the truth is not what actually causes anything to manifest. I study because this is what I do, right? This is what I do with my life, is I study and I share the truth with others. And I love doing this. So this is why I invest a lot of my time in studying the law and the truth, rather. So, but this verse, it is in Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given to you. I know you guys have heard that, right? Ask and it will be given to you. But when I looked up further, the meaning and the root of the word ask, right? In the Greek root meaning of the word ask is actually to claim. It's not even about asking. So for those of you, and several of you have worked with me or are working with me now, have religious backgrounds in different religions. And a lot of you want to look at that verse and say that but that's asking God. Asking God to help you, asking God to give you something, asking God to bless you, or asking God to heal you. All of this mentality of asking, that, you know, many people are thought that that's what it means, that you ask, that you're on your knees asking God for help. Well, that's not what it means at all. And here we see that the actual Greek root of ask is to claim. It's also it says demand, right? But it's claiming. So claim what you want and it will be given to you. Well, then I looked up, I was interested in the word given. So given, there's tons of different meanings, but they all imply to hand over, to relinquish something that you have, and it's handed over to you freely. It's freely handed over to you, but it's not from work or effort. You're not asking and then you're given it because you were such a good boy and girl and did all your techniques right, or because you changed your self-concept, or because you have this, you know, you're a good person, or because you put in the elbow work of writing and scripting, or because you were you've given to charities. No, it says it's not, you don't earn it. It's given, it's a gift. It's a gift. We are given gifts. Okay? So we're handed over what's already ours. We're not asking for a handout. We're being handed over a gift. And what is a gift? It's something that you don't earn. It's just given. It's a gift, right? So when you receive a gift, it's like, just here you go. You didn't have to earn it. You didn't have to work hard for it. You didn't have to cry and stress and freak out about it, right? It's a gift. And God gives us gifts all the time that are already ours, because they were already, like I said in another video, there are entitlement. We're here on this earth and we're entitled to be supported by the universe, doing whatever it is that you do. So ask, in other words, claim, and it will be handed over to you. See, it's a different way to look at that scripture, right? It's not ask, beg, plead, remind God 1,000 times a day that you want it. It's just like, no, it's that claim it, which is, look at the different energy of ask and claim. Asking feels like you're asking for someone to help you out, give you a hand. Right? No, it's actually claim it, and it will be handed over to you. So it's like, it's something is in the lost and found. You got to go claim it. Otherwise, they can't hand it over to you if you don't claim it, right? So it's not lost though. It's, you find it by going within and saying, wait, this is within me. So let's keep going here. Affirmation, then I wanted to look at the definition of affirmation. And with the Webster Dictionary, it just says the assertion that something is true. Okay, affirmations are the assertion that something is true, or you're claiming that something is true. Okay, so it's not like I hope it's true, or I want it to be true, or if I say it enough times that I'll believe it's true. This is where I think a lot of people are, how they feel when they affirm things. And then you feel like it's not true, and then you feel like it's a lie, because you're trying to convince yourself or reprogram your subconscious mind, or rewire your brain into thinking that something is true. And I get that, because I felt like that too. And I just felt like this is bullshit. You know, this is not true, right? And so I got stuck in the cycle of saying things that just didn't feel true. It's just like, this is dumb, right? But affirmation, the definition of an affirmation is the assertion or the claim that something is true. So we're to claim, and it will be handed over, okay? And I love this by Eric Butterworth. I think he's an amazing mystical teacher. But he says, you affirm them, meaning the affirmations. He's talking about affirmations because he says that, just rambling off words is pointless. Nothing, you won't see anything happen. But he says you affirm them, the affirmations, because they are true. They don't become true because you affirm them. Big difference. I was like, yes, preach when I read that. Okay, so let me read this again. You affirm them, your affirmations, because they are true, meaning all that you can possibly think of is already true and it exists inside of you, right? And like that scripture says that all that I have is yours, meaning that's God saying all that I have is yours. Everything belongs to God. That means everything belongs to us. You affirm the affirmation because it already is true. It already is a creation. All creation is finished. Everything has already been made. Every version, everything you can possibly think of already exists inside of you. You affirm this, the affirmation, whatever it is that you affirm it because it is true. It's already true within you. It's an option, right? They don't become true. This is a huge difference, and this is the shift that I want you guys to see. You don't affirm, it says they don't become true, rather, right? So it doesn't become true because you kept affirming it, right? No, that's what he's saying. It doesn't become true because you affirm them. You affirm them because they are true. So what you're saying is a fact. Do you see that? So we go back up here, claim it, and it will be handed over to you. An affirmation is the assertion that something is true. So you're affirming, right, or claiming it, because an affirmation is a declaration or a claim that something is true inside of you because all creation's finished, and that is why you see it, because it is true. And so you're pulling out something from within your imagination and asserting that this is true and that I have the power to choose whatever I want to from within. I claim this as true, and that is why I receive it. I don't receive it because I affirmed it 100 times a day. I don't receive it because the right magical words in some script were told that this is effective. It's not because of the proper technique. It's not because of the proper word, past tense, future tense, present tense. It's not because of what you say. You are declaring something that is already true within you. And when we claim it, ask, and it is given to you, you are claiming, and then it will be handed over to you, because that is your entitlement here on earth. You're entitled to being abundant, and you're entitled and I love that he says, Eric Butterworth says, he's like, we are richly endowed children of the universe. So we are richly endowed children of the universe. So you are entitled to everything that you want. You're not asking, you are claiming. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your lives every day and when I come on here. And thank you so much for watching The Rosie Life and for liking the videos and subscribing to the Rosie Life channel and sharing this channel with others so that The Rosie Life grows and grows and more. And I love you guys so much because you're all freaking amazing. Bye.